If you have money to waste, that's fine. Don't make me waste my own money as well. If I go to the cinema to see a movie, I expect to see a good one. If I wanted to throw my money away, I'll bet on Chelsea Football Club.
What if I told you you can live forever?
Obviously, by my countenance, you can tell that I'm greatly displeased by a particular movie, Ile Owo, which loosely translates to House of Money. Now, this movie came out last year, 2022, but I got to see the movie at the start of the year, 2023, and I was so pained. I'm really upset. I'm disgusted. I am angry. And even more so, hearing that the movie has finally made its way to Netflix, and the pain just resurfaced again. And like I said, if I want to waste money, I'll go and do MMM. I'll do Twinkers. I'll throw it away and do a Ponzi scheme. But don't make me waste my time, go to the cinema to want to see a movie, or even, in some cases, illegally download a movie.
I got the advice from a madman.
One of these popular sites, and then waste data and my time I will never get back to see a movie that is piss poor, below par. It's just regretful. And I'm talking about this movie again, Ile Owo, A House of Money. Now, it's supposed to be a thriller horror, and they had the workings to get it right and become a really lovely movie and set the bar so high that, you know, Hollywood would give us a thumbs up. In fact, from the start of the movie, you can already tell that it has the similarities with a particular Hollywood movie, Ready or Not, if I'm not mistaken. And even though that one got us spellbound, held our attention, made it hard to look away, this one, Ile Owo, was really, really piss poor. So, you know, I'm going to break it down to different levels, and this is how I'm going to start off. First, the plot. So the movie starts off by, you know, a girl who is currently caring for herself, and her father who has an injury. We don't know how he came about the injury, that is, and he's on the bed. And her mother, who apparently is a very prayerful woman, and they both cater for the father, and she gives words of encouragement to the father that he's going to get better. But shortly after she steps out of the house, she sees a figurine or an object which leads to fear. And of course, she relays the information to her mother. Fast forward, she goes to work and is constantly plagued by the fact that her colleagues are getting engaged, are getting married, are getting engaged and meeting the love of their life. And she, even though she's engaged, she cannot say the same because it's looking like the man who she's engaged to is less than interested in wanting to be in a relationship with her. And sadly, it's a very horrible situation for her, but she perseveres and she keeps trying to make it work till she cannot anymore. And then, of course, she meets a guy who comes to the hospital, and he happens to be the guy played by Efa Iwara. And she falls in love with the guy. They meet up, and he gives her a necklace. The necklace starts to control her, blah, 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 blah. Long and short of the story, it's about a family who needs to carry out a ritual every other 20 plus years to renew a covenant that someone who I believe was the great grandfather had made a pact with the devil many years ago. Now, the good part. This movie is so bad. If there's any good part, it has to be the cinematography. I mean, the cinematography was really nice. The CGI was top-notch. Spoiler alert, the part where decapitated head on the table was, you know, mouthing off some things and trying to encourage her to flee the house. You know, there are a lot of CGI effects and a lot of things that were very encouraging in that particular movie. So the CGI cinematography was really nice. That's the only good beat of the movie. I kid you not. For the entirety of the movie, the only good beat was the cinematography and the CGI, of course. Now to the bad. The acting was piss poor. At the start, the lead character, Bisola, I think, or is it Busola, she had a few instances where her facial expression and her entire demeanor was carried immaculately by her poise and charisma and the way she depicted the role. But that was just about it. Effa, for me, I didn't see it. Like, the role he was supposed to play, I don't even understand it, and he wasn't even giving what he was supposed to give. Mofe Duncan too wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. The entire cast, especially Busola's father, it was the only bright light in the acting. Briefly, was Tina Omba, if you ask me. That was the only bright light in the entire acting sequence. You know, so that was a bad beat of the movie. I mean, the entirety of the movie was bad, but you know, that was the bad part. Now to the ugly. There was no character development. There was no story development. It was like the scenes were rushed. You just jump from one beat to another, from one beat to another. That's why nobody understands what transpired in the movie. Nobody understands what happened in the movie. It was just hard to comprehend. And to imagine that, you know, the acting was so porous with all of the names that he had, Tina Omba, Bisola, Effa Iwara, Immaculate Kasum, and Mofe Duncan, and a couple others who were in the movie, and it was still that bad. It was just cringe-worthy. You know, it's just unbelievable. I can't just comprehend it. Let's not forget the dialogue. The dialogue left a lot to be desired. The dialogue, I mean, it was, so at the point, you just wanted to fast forward all of the things that were said, especially the scene of the dinner. Do I call it the Last Supper, where she was beginning to understand what was transpiring in the house when she had taken a bite of the meal. That dialogue was, it was just piss poor. It was piss poor. And, you know, the end of the movie as well was just, I mean, goodness. One movie I would never recommend for you is this movie, Ile Owo. My verdict for the movie, my verdict is 2/10. And this is not me being trying to be mean or offensive or disrespectful to the people that put their time and the production crew and the cast members, but the movie left a lot to be desired. If you have doubts about my verdict on the movie, I enjoin you to waste over an hour 30 or an hour 45 minutes of your time to see for yourself Ile Owo, House of Money. It was just horrible. Anyways, my name is Augustus Ibe, and this is my channel, and I'll be giving verdicts on movies and music as time progresses. Stay here.